Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm BorderWise and welcome back to Roguelike Commentary, where today we're covering Tower Survivors. And Tower Survivors is interesting because it's essentially an exercise in video game marketing, because it's free. This is a free roguelike, I guess auto shooter is the genre it's called, and it's pretty much been made to promote Tower Survivors. No, not. This is Tower Survivors. Blasted All, what's it called? Hang on, I've forgotten what the hell is it called? It's Tower Escape. That's the one. So in this game, you're playing as one of the last surviving elves fighting off the Necromancer's minions. And it's kind of, I guess, a sequel/prequel to Tower Escape, where you're the Necromancer trying to escape the tower. And this game's pretty basic. It's quite fun. I have not beaten it simply because, well, it's actually very hard to beat it. It's easy to play. It did not take me long to get the hang of it, especially because I'm used to things like Soulstone Survivors, which are absolute chaos, and this is pretty straightforward in comparison. You just keep moving, keep aiming, and it's pretty good. I have no idea how to beat it, by the way, because this is a hybrid of auto shooter and tower defense. In that you basically spend 5 minutes slaughtering minions and getting gold, so you can place little guards and walls and stuff, and then you have to defend the portal. And I guess you win when the portal has been successfully defended for 5 minutes. That is extraordinarily difficult. Seriously, some of the negative reviews on Steam about this were saying things like, I played this for 2 hours straight and could not beat it. Which, I mean, I guess that's one way of ensuring that the game has a long playtime, is just make it really hard. But yeah, any criticism you can level at it, you can basically counter by saying, it's free. This costs nothing. You can download this now and immediately play it. It doesn't cost you anything. And this is I wish more video game developers would do something like this, because it's basically just using mostly the same assets that were in Tower Escape, and just reusing them in a slightly different context, which is, I think, really cool. And for this particular run, I was just focusing on setting dudes on fire, because you can see up in the top left corner, you fire arrows in patterns, so every fourth shot is different. So in this case, every fourth shot is a fire arrow, and I'm just sticking with that. There's other things as well. So I'm just trying to focus on setting huge amounts of enemies on fire, because I think that's funny. And also, it does huge amounts of damage. You see just the numbers ticking up. So yeah, what you're seeing right now is basically the game. And I believe I played this for about half an hour or so before I'm like, yeah, nah, that's good enough to finish. And I commit harakiri by just walking into a pack of demons and dying. Not to spoil anything, but yeah, it's a fun game. It's a nice time sink. If you want to just run around, shoot some demons with arrows, yeah. Boy. I do I don't know, there's a lot that this game could do better. But again, free, this is the kind of thing that was probably just cobbled together. Actually, I have no idea how long this would have taken. Maybe a day or something like that, considering that most of the assets were pre-made. Or not, all the minions, the Necromancer minions are just reused assets from Tower Escape, but yeah, I'm not sure about the background. That might have taken some work. But there's just the one map. Yeah. This is actually the third video I've recorded today, so if I'm low energy, that's probably why. Alright. And here you see the problem, is that I'm basically saving up the gold in order to just completely surround the portal in, nights. And because I figured that would do it, right? That, like, it'll just be a way to, like, secure the portal, so to speak. And, spoiler alert, that does not work. If anyone has beaten this game, do let me know, because, this is hard. It's easy to play, but it's hard to beat. It's like, I don't know. Not sure what the equivalent would be. You know what? Since I apparently can't keep... Okay, well, here you see... You gotta defend the damn thing for, like, about 5 minutes straight, which seems quite long. And, just watch how fast its health goes down. Alright, so let's do... Vampires. I'm just doing that. I guess it's shoot 'em up is the genre, because that's what it is. It is a top-down perspective shoot 'em up. Genre? I mean, alright, so, roguelike, indie game, casual game, shoot 'em up, and that's pretty much applies to this as well. I'm going with Vampire Survivors because even though I don't think Vampire Survivors is the first example of the game in this particular genre, I do think it is the one that's made it popular, because I think it is very popular. Like every other game that is like this is, like, you know, the reviews are all comparing it to Vampire Survivors, so, like, in this game, actually, you can really draw parallels between it because it's also a pixelated art style, so yeah. For the record, Vampire Survivors is better, but then again, it is a much bigger and more complete game. This is essentially, you know, reused assets to market the main game, which is Tower Escape, which you should totally play. I hope I'm getting the name right. Hang on, let's check if I'm getting the name right. Yep, that's the one. Yep, I did remember it. I remember the title of the game, folks. I'm smart. And you can see sometimes there's pathfinding issues. Enemies literally get stuck on each other, which is hilarious. And considering what I should do, yep, more coins. Need more coins. So yeah, I have no idea how to... Actually, I'm gonna look up how to beat this. Tower Survivors. Survivors. Well, it's just coming up with, like, Tower Survivors Warcraft 3. So let's see... How to win. Nope. Nope, it's all talking about the Warcraft 3, I guess, mod. So, this game is not popular, unfortunately. So, hopefully, this video gets it a tiny bit of attention. I have no illusions about the reach of my channel, but, hopefully people see this. And hopefully, you know, like, I'm not particularly fussed by that. This game didn't blow my socks off. My socks are still firmly on. But I would like to see a version of this game which just is more complete. And, I don't know, has more variety, has more options for builds. Because one of the criticisms down in the Steam reviews is that you're basically limited to 4 types of arrow. And once you get them all, that's it. And, you know what? Fair enough. It's a free game, indie game. Can't expect too much for the price of absolutely nothing, but it would be nice to, like, I don't know, have things like maybe you just constantly summon towers and stuff like that. Also making the towers actually somewhat useful would be really good. And that dude with the mouth is... Here's the thing, is like, if you just orbit around the portal itself, that is kind of like... I don't know, half the time enemies get stuck on it, and they're not really a threat to you. I do like that, in this game, pretty much none of the enemies are ranged, which actually makes things much more convenient, because... What was it? It was like, damn it, what the hell was it? It was like... What was the thing I did? Like, there's so many of these games that, like, they are kind of blurring together because they all have survivors in the names. Outlaw survivors? Outcast survivors? Hang on, let's just have a look quickly. What was it? Overrun survivors, that was the one. The robots, and I did a one-off on this game some time ago. Yeah, last month actually. Like, there's like the I don't know, projectiles in games like these. Like, once it starts heading into bullet hell territory, that's where things can get frustrating if it's not implemented right, because, well, you just have nowhere to go but into the bullets. And that's rough, baby, that's rough. And so, I just noticed that, yeah, you can see all the decisions I've made, all my fated decisions. Oh boy. Yeah, and this is me just running around trying to get coins and experience gems and all that stuff. And defend the portal for 5 minutes. Maybe this game is designed to be unbeatable, which would be kind of sucky. So yeah, that's annoying. It's annoying as heck. So you can see that, like, yeah, the portal has health, but, like, when a huge mob of enemies gets close to it, like, there's not much you can do about it. Also, no attack animation. They just kind of grind on it, I guess. I'm just gonna look up more things on the internet. What can we look up? Let's read some reviews for this. Tower Survivors. Let's read. Yeah, so the rating isn't amazing. It's mostly positive. So let's go here. It's free. Alrighty, let's go here. Right, so not recommended. Compared to other survivor-like games, this fun feels really underwhelming. The upgrades you get feel small insignificance, and XP gain is very slow. Even upgrades that add a new attack feel weak. There's potential for a good game here, but it needs more balancing and more creative upgrades. Which can be countered by it's free. So, here's a one that says, recommended, it has cats. And not recommended, they say, I think they missed the point. I'm not sure what that means. Recommended. Okay, no, that's religious spam. Okay, no. Steam reviews are terrible. Alright, here's one that says simple but fun. Here's one that just says woohoo. It feels recommended 1.8 hours on record, this one, so they actually did play it. It feels like a prototype for a more fleshed out game, but as it is, this is a competently made simple horde survival shooter. So, acknowledging that, yeah, this game is like basically marketing material for a different game. Okay. Alright, so this one is, this person just straight up did not, straight up, like, didn't know how to play the game. Okay, so... Okay, recently posted for free. This game is fantastic. I hope more is to come. With a bit of development, some consistent upgrades, and a few new maps, this game could be amazing. A++ for a free game. And okay, so here's a thumbs down one that says, what else should I expect from a rip-off game like this? It's free, you entitled twit. I'm done. There's 34 reviews for this thing, and like a lot of them have just made me sad because the game's free, damn it, and they didn't have to make this. So yeah, I don't know. Like I think they should make a full version that's much better. Because why not? That, like, maybe I shouldn't have recorded this for so long, because, like, what you see is basically what the game is. And I'm just, I don't know, setting loads of dudes on fire, really. Setting demons on fire for free. Because why not? Why not? Music is kind of catchy. I do like that. I do like that. I'm not doing that very well, am I? Alright, what kind of bow is our elf using? Is that a compound bow? This is the part where I am just straight up looking things on the internet to read out while gameplay plays in the background, because... yeah... Alright, let's look up something. Let's do learning on the internet. Compound... I love how, like, you type compound into Google, like, the first suggestion is compound interest calculator. And since I couldn't explain to you what compound interest is, probably that's why. Compound bow. Alright, and the first thing that... Deacon's hell. The first thing that comes up if you Google compound bow is just, like, compound bows for sale. Because of course it is. And I really hate how Google is, like, putting, like, sponsored results at the top now. I hate it. I hate it. It's like, it's friggin' Google, I remember when you were cool. When you, like, did cool stuff and, like, weren't all about the money. Oh well. Anyway, like, if you want to buy a compound bow here in New Zealand, looks like Deacon's hell. There's a crossbow here that's like, alright, it's 529 New Zealand dollars, which presumably would make it around, I guess, $250 US. I have no idea if that's expensive. Compound bow. Deacon's hell, I just want, there we go. When the friggin' Wikipedia article is all the friggin' way down, like almost at the bottom, you know Crisis is here. And I don't mean the video game Crisis. Alright, this is just me seeing how many nights I need to completely surround... oh, not compound, but composite bow, dummy. No wonder I was getting weird results. In modern archery, a compound bow is a bow that uses a levering system, usually of cables and pulleys, to bend the limbs. No, I want composite bow, thank you. Composite? Is that a composite bow? It looks like one. Composite bow. There we go. Yeah, I think that is what she's pecking, or at least that's what it looks like. A composite bow is a traditional bow made from horn, wood, and sinew laminated together, a form of laminated bow. Okay, open that new tab so we can read that. The horn is on the belly, facing the archer, and sinew on the outer side of a wooden core. When the bow is drawn, the sinew, stretched on the outside, and horn, compressed on the inside, store more energy than wood for the same length of bow. The strength can be made similar to that of all wood self-bows. I guess we have to look at that next. With similar draw length and therefore a similar amount of energy delivered to the arrow from a much shorter bow. However, making a composite bow requires more varieties of material than a self-bow, its construction takes much more time, and the finished bow is more sensitive to moisture. Cool. Like it. Alright, what is a laminated bow? Okay, a laminated bow is an archery bow in which different materials are laminated together to form the bow stave itself. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so let's look at the sprite of that. That appears to be all... Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a self-bow. See, this is one of the things that once you start looking it up, it's like, oh my word, this is a whole... This is a topic in itself. Ow. I got... The friggin' imp pinched my bottom. How dare you, imp. How dare you. I am liking how I'm just setting, like, hordes of demons on fire. Because apparently demons are vulnerable to fire. That's what I wanted to do. The friggin' imps coming in, doing stuff to me. Well, since we're fighting a necromancer's minions, let's just read up on where the word necromancer comes from, because... Necromancer, not necrophilia, that's different. Etymology. Right, antiquity. Okay, so early necromancy was related to shamanism. Okay, so yeah, it's just literally talking to the dead for various reasons. Prevalent throughout antiquity, with records of its practice in ancient Egypt, Babylonia, Greece, Rome, and China. And I'm just making noises as I'm reading. Not reading out all this, because this is an entire Wikipedia article. What do you think this show is? This is roguelike commentary, where, like, apparently... Hey, I didn't say I had to commentate on the roguelike. That's my excuse. Dumpty 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 doo. Alright, so the plan was, when I was recording this, to get to, like, the amount of gold needed to surround the portal in knights. And I succeeded, did not succeed in defending the portal. Well, I mean, like, oh, get the treasure chest, do it. I do have to say that a tower escape is much, it feels more fulfilling than this. This game's not bad, especially, remember, free. It's friggin' free. You have no excuse not to try and play it. I mean, you do have an excuse. Like, if you don't want to, then you don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. No one's judging. Oh, no. This is a hell of a choice. Whee! I mean, I guess if I kept playing this, like, I would beat it eventually, if only because you gather so much gold that you could, like, have an infinite army of knights, I guess. But yeah, there's gotta be some trick to it. Like, I don't think these guys would, like, release a game that was deliberately unbeatable. That would be, like, really uncool. Maybe it just takes a really long time to beat. I actually didn't check if, like, you can pause the, like, save the game and come back to it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh boy. No. I am excited to be here. I am the most excited. Whee! Whee! Shoot him. Shoot him dead. Shoot everything. Shoot everything that is shootable. Do it. Do you have any idea, like, how tired you'd be after loosing as many arrows as this elf warrior has? Man. Like, I don't know, like, you need to be so buff to be, well, I say that, it's like, it depends what bow you're using. Using a war bow, as in a bow that's, got the draw weight to, like, kill an armored human being, you need to be damn strong. Damn strong. Let me look up some bow draw weights for ya. While we're here, while we're hanging out, just you and me, hanging out here. Let's look up some stuff. Bow draw... Bow draw weight chart. Go to Google Images. This might be archery nerd stuff. Comparisons. Okay, nah, well, here's the thing with Google. You gotta phrase the question right. Historical bow draw weights. Well, the English longbow is the thing that people talk about. Right, okay, so we're just gonna be talking about, like, what do you call it? I think this is 14th century English longbows. Longbows were very difficult to master because the force required to deliver an arrow through the improving armor of medieval Europe was very high by modern standards. Although the draw weight of a typical English longbow is disputed, it was at least 81 pounds force, 360 newtons, and possibly more than 130 pounds, or 600 newtons. Considerable practice was required to produce the swift and effective combat shooting required. Skeletons of longbow archers are recognizably affected with enlarged left arms and often osteophytes, I don't know what that is, on left wrists, left shoulders, and right fingers. Let's look up what an osteophyte is. Okay, that is... Okay, cause, what is the thing? Okay, basically it's because it's caused by, like, the bone being damaged by just how hard the muscles are pulling on it. That's the oversimplified version of it. Actually, no, it's not 14. It's, alright. Yep, 14th century. Well, 13th and 14th century. I'm a medievalist. I wrote a master's paper on that once. Not on longbows, but on medieval stuff, I guess. Have you not defended the portal yet, Elf? You can tell this is a good roguelike commentary when I'm not even paying attention. This is soothing background noise for me looking stuff up on Wikipedia. Oh look, it's a mouthy dude again. Also, it is kind of fun to set demons on fire. Oh lordy. Let's go look at the... Okay. I do seem to recall that, like, even as late as... whatchamacallit? Like, the 18th century, like, the English monarchy was actually considering, you know, replacing guns with longbows, simply because the longbow had better range and rate of fire than the firearms at the time. And the reason they didn't do it was actually because they didn't have enough yew trees left in England to equip, like, an army of longbowmen, which is hilarious in hindsight. People think that, like, guns rendered, like, you know, other weapons obsolete overnight. Not so. It was a long transition period. And I think the most recent recorded bayonet charge in history was actually, like, damn it, what was it? It was like the early 2000s by United States Marines. They just straight up bayonet charged a bunch of insurgents, and, well, turns out a whole bunch of big angry dudes running at you screaming with knives on their guns. It's a morale buster, because they just ran like hell. They ran away. Routed them, in fact. So yeah, even in modern combat, like, never underestimate a bayonet. What the hell were we talking about? What game is this? Oh, yes, finally we can friggin' actually try and defend our friggin' portal thing. This doesn't work, by the way. The towers feel a little bit underpowered. So, not sure what to do about that, if anything. I think I'd like... what do I do? What do I end up doing? Oh well. At least you get to see what happens when you try and surround a portal with knights. This is now the night portal, as opposed to the day portal. And I think I just, you know, I'm putting walls hither and thither for mostly aesthetic purposes, I guess. What are you doing past BorderWise? Do you have a plan or not? I might have just been doing something else. And just, Alright, so now let's, see. I forget how badly this failed, but it did. Yes, elf. Go forth, defend the portal. It's totally not a futile endeavor. This game's free. I'm just gonna, when in doubt, I'm gonna just keep mentioning that. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh dear. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my YouTube channel? Posting stuff like this. Defend the portal! Do it! Do it! Defend the portal. Or just run around in circles firing arrows willy-nilly. See, it's weird, like, seeing how scared I always was of knights in Tower Escape. Them being such pushovers in this game is kind of uncool, really. And yep, see, there goes the portal. There goes the friggin' portal. I mean, I guess the idea is to, like, you get a lot of coins, like, in these waves here. So I guess the idea is, like, oh, jeez, I don't know, man. I don't know what the strategy is. You think I have a strategy? A strategy? Yeah, and like, these freaking dragons just burn through the knights like no one's business. It does look cool, though. Just straight up army of knights trying to deal with this. I think it, like... Oh, no. Well, that's annoying. I think it, like, it was, like, you know, it was like 2 waves of dudes managed to deal with it. I think the idea is just you murder... Oh, well, there we go. You lose! You have perished and all hope is forever lost. The necromancer will drench the lands with elfin blood, and the old gods will once again roam free. Well, that sucks. But yeah, that does it for this roguelike commentary. This was a weird one. And, I realize I didn't talk about the game that much, but, like, you've seen it. That's basically it. Like, it's just a little free game, and, if you're, like, bored, and, like, you know, you don't have any money left in your Steam wallet, give this a go, because it's not bad. Like, judging from the price, if they charged money for this, like, I would be pissed. But, like, for a free game, it's, like, really... It's like, you know, it's essentially a little promotion game for Tower Escape. So, yeah. On that merry note, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in a roguelike commentary. Farewell!